One of the top prospects in the nation is down to 8 schools. Where will David Gabriel Georges go? Now, bro's coming off an elite season with Baylor, Tennessee, obviously one of the better teams in the nation. He ran for 1,605 yards and 25 touchdowns on nearly 12 yards per carry. His top 8 includes Ohio State, Georgia, Auburn, Miami, Ole Miss, Bama, Texas, Tennessee. It feels like early on in this recruitment, however, Tennessee has the advantage. They're not that far, obviously, from Baylor in the same state. And obviously, they've shown over the course of their tenure in their years, they put guys into the league and their guys perform at a high level. Look at Deshaun Bishops this past year, transfer star Thomas from Duke. He had a pretty productive year as well. Now, obviously, if you're Tennessee, you want to continue to be in this race and you're going to have to beat out several big-time programs. But the good thing is you can have them on campus for UVs whenever. Obviously, official visit season will be probably in June. You know what I'm saying? So you can have them in the May, June on campus. So it'll be interesting to see what they sell. Tennessee is also coming off one of the better recruiting class in the hypo era. 3 5-star prospects in this cycle. They really did their thing. Now, obviously, Ohio State has kind of that cachet similar to a Tennessee with what they've done with their running back. You even look at this year alone with Bo Jackson. True freshman, look what he's doing with the Buckeyes this year. They've had several backs make the league. Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, Carlos Hyde back in the day, and even newer guys like Travion Henderson, who's balling out with New England this year, and also Quishon Judkins. So they've put guys into the league that's produced at a high level. Georgia's another one that has high cachet in terms of getting guys into the league and balling. Nick Chubb, Sony Michel, a few names that come to mind, and also more recently here, James Cook. They always put guys in the league and they always ball. So those, if I'm looking at it, in terms of my development teams that can get me to that level, I'm looking at those 3. At number 4, I'm going to go with Miami Hurricane. Now, it's an interesting, obviously going there, but they always get their running backs to play at a high level. You look at Mark Fletcher's last game, balled out 172 yards rushing. They always have top backs in Miami. So if I'm Goggins, them the top 4 schools I'm looking at. I can't forget about Alabama either, and I ain't want to obviously show them disrespect. They've also produced guys at a high level. Got one of the best running backs probably ever in Derrick Henry that went to their school. Mark Ingram, so on and so forth. Bama always has top backs as well. So this is a pretty good top 8 list. We'll obviously see where he ends up, but the recruiting is going to obviously heat up here. When you have UVs, again, unofficial visits, you'll probably see in the spring. Got junior days coming up as well. And then obviously in the summer when it heats up for real, when guys are committing left and right and making their pledge to their school. But this kid is a beast. Great contact balance, can hit the second gear with ease, tough to bring down, electric, get north and south quickly, can catch the ball out of the backfield as well, can run routes. I mean, whatever you need in a running back, you're pretty much getting that in David Gabriel Georges. Kid is a dog. And he's fit for the next level. And I think he's going to be one of them dudes that plays at a high level, obviously on college. And wherever he decides to choose, that would be my top 5. Ohio State, Georgia, Miami, Bama, Tennessee. We'll see where he ends up, though. Be interesting recruitment to follow.